going on, guys? Slayed by Blade here, and with all this talk about Call of Duty Ghosts possibly playing like Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3, I've been hopping on those games a lot lately, and I've been getting a little frustrated every single time I play Hardhat on Modern Warfare 3 because they get put up against these 6-man teams all camping for MOABs in this same generic area right here, and they all lay in the tunnel and they hit all the corners that are aiming at all the doors and everything. And I thought I'd never taken the time to make some throwing knife spots so it would just land right on them without you having to get in their eyesight, so I just figured I'd go ahead and do that, and hopefully you guys will enjoy these and be able to use them on Hardhat a lot because I feel like they've just been kind of ruining this map, so I think it's about time we took it back, I guess. So we're going to start off with the first of 3 tunnel spots, starting with the left side. People like to huddle up against the left side. It makes it a lot harder for them to get shot, and it makes it a lot easier for them to aim down and just rack up kills on all the people that are running down the tunnel. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to line yourself up with this corner right back here towards C flag. It's pretty much in the very back of the spawn. You're going to turn around and you're going to look straight up, and what you're going to want to do is line your crosshair up with this 1 pixel in this cloud formation that just has like a little bit of a loop in it, I guess you could say. And it's a lot harder to see on YouTube quality, I would imagine, but once you try and do this on Xbox, it should be a lot easier to do because you're going to see this 1 pixel that I'm talking about, but you just toss it right to the side of that pixel and it's going to drop and land right on this guy. And I mean, this thing grazes the lip of the tunnel, so it's going to drop right down on these guys when they're prone next to it. So really easy way to take care of the first guy laying on the left side, and we're going to go ahead and move on to our next spot now. The second spot we're going to be looking at is for the guys who are sitting on top of the tunnel. You know, they've got their back in the corner, they're looking at the door on the right, they're looking at the path to the left, and they can just look down and take care of the guys who are coming out of the tunnel. So overall, it's a really overpowered spot. You definitely want to be able to take care of that guy without actually getting caught up in his line of fire. So what you're going to want to do is line yourself up against this crate and then wedge into the corner up against the construction sign. You're going to turn around and you're going to look at the very first pillar that you see, and you're going to line that up with the little crossbar that's up next to it on the right side, and you're going to aim a little bit higher than where those two connect, and you're just going to let that one fly, and hopefully with any luck it'll bounce right off into the corner and take care of that guy, and he'll never know the difference. Now going back to covering the 3 spots for our tunnel, this one's going to take care of the guy who prones out in the middle, and that doesn't happen as often as the people pushing up against the sides, but just in case it does, we're going to be able to want to take care of that as well. So what you're going to do is you're going to find this little roll of wiring, I guess, and you're going to push up into the corner for that, and then you're going to turn around and you're going to want to line it up with the second pillar that you see on the construction side over there, and you're going to line it up with the crossbar to the left of it, and you're going to want to put that one right on the dot where they connect, and you're going to let that fly, and it's going to be a nice little bank shot there, and it'll take him out dead center. So that's that. For our next spot, this one's going to take care of the guy who's sitting up in that little like corner where all the barrels are that you can climb up onto. It's pretty much like the worst spot in the map. Anybody can climb up in there, and then they're just like safeguarded from the back, and they just pick people off as they run by and stuff. It's really just, I don't know why they even put it in the game, to be honest, but either way, we want to be able to take care of somebody if they're in there. So this is a weird spot. You're heading back over to C flag, and what you're going to want to do is line your crosshair up with the wall there just so you're standing in the right position, and then you're going to kind of have to just eyeball this because you're going to line it up with that second to the left pillar, and you're going to want to just kind of like put it in between that, and then like there's another brown like pipe, I guess you could call it, coming down, and you're going to want to put it in between those and a little bit higher than middle. And I mean, you got a little wiggle room for this one because it does bank shot, but either way, you're going to want to toss that one and it'll just fly right over everything, and then hopefully just kind of clank around a little bit and take care of the guy. And that one's not like 100% effective, but I mean, I've already used it a couple times and had pretty good percentages, so go ahead and give it a shot if you guys want to. And last but certainly not least is going to be our third tunnel spot, taking care of the guy who's proning out on the far left side. And as I'm sure you guys can imagine, what you're going to want to do is run to that same spot from the first spot that I showed you guys, and you're going to look straight up and find that same cloud formation, and then just look a little bit more to the left, and you're pretty much putting it towards like the actual arc of the cloud formation this time. And whenever you toss that, you're just going to let it go. It's going to fall right next to the original spot, but you know, it's going to be on the left side, so nothing really complicated about that one. But either way, guys, I hope you found this interesting, and I hope you guys will use these whenever you're playing Hardhat on Modern Warfare 3 and take care of those guys who are camping for the MOABs, because honestly, in my opinion, they just don't deserve them. So take care of them with a really nice throwing knife, get them all angry, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.